windy, foggy, misty, drizzly day today here in San Francisco. It's cool, no heat wave. Pretty muggy last night. Boy, it was muggy. Felt like back east here in the US, where it gets very humid during the summer. So it looks like climate change is really showing its ugly face in all kinds of places. Las Vegas here in Nevada, US, they had flooding, which is a desert area, and rarely gets flooding. And then we had Burning Man, which is in another desert, also got flooded, and over 7,000 people were stranded in Burning Man. And just today, they're starting to be able to pull the vehicles out of the mud and try and get them out of there, but they've been stranded conserving water and food and just trying to survive. But it doesn't really make any difference because that's the wealthy that go up to Burning Man now, that fly up in their private jets and rent out a motorhome, and then they bring it back and get some money back for it and go about their business and say that they experienced Burning Man inside of a mobile home. They don't know what Burning Man was really about at one time. But so they all got stranded up there. My heart bleeds for the wealthy. As we have a garbage truck just grinding away down there. Let's get on with the video. Looming food shortages you need to know about. Various factors are negatively affecting some of the world's most essential foods. According to the World Bank, security is defined when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs. Unfortunately, over the past several years, there have been an unprecedented number of threats to this, which continues to pop up, affecting people all across the globe. These threats include things like war, politics, conflicts, economic changes, disease, and climate change. Food items that many people that depend on here in the U.S., such as wheat, corn, rice, pasta, chocolate, salmon, and flour. The price of flour is already up 8.5% compared to last year. This could additionally spell trouble for many other foods, including bread, pizza, pancakes, cookies, baked goods. Out of the 3 wheat varieties grown here in the U.S. are facing extreme dry conditions over the past year. The USDA estimates an astounding 75% of the wheat grown in these regions of the U.S. are currently experiencing drought conditions. Now, there's one wheat variety that isn't in trouble yet, and that's the red wheat. And they're hoping that in September and October, when they harvest these wheats, this type of wheat, there'll be enough to cover what was lost during the summer's horrible weather. Heat waves, droughts, floods, windstorms, you name it. The farmers have had a lot of trouble. But it's not just the farmers that are having trouble with climate change. It's also the people flying from place to place, going on their vacation, on their business trips. They're finding more and more turbulence, air turbulence, severe air turbulence in planes. Just last week, another plane hit severe turbulence coming down through the east coast of the U.S. and sent passengers flying throughout the cabin. 11 people were sent to the hospital. Now, another plane has just hit turbulence. We haven't found all the details of that yet, but apparently pretty soon it's going to be pretty scary to fly unless you like turbulence. You're going to have to be seated with your seatbelt on, and nobody's going to be able to feed you or anything else because it'll be too bumpy for the flight attendants to feed you any food or liquid. But that's just in the future of climate change. And plenty of other problems, like going to the desert and finding that you're having severe flooding because the desert is now having trouble with severe rain because of the heat causing these high pressure zones, and then the high pressure goes upward and becomes a low pressure zone, which brings in moisture from the oceans far away and cause severe rain. So I'm my last video, I talked about water privatization. People didn't like that. They like privatization. They think it's a good thing. I'm telling you, people, it is not a good thing to privatize your water. You won't find out until it's done to you, and you end up getting inferior water and a high water bill, and you're going to severely be suffering through that. And once you get privatization in, it's so hard to get rid of it. It's when they come in, they make sure that they can't get booted out and that they can get away with whatever they want to. Privatization of the water system here in the U.S. So I would suggest that wherever you are in the around the globe, resist getting privatization of water. Do not vote for it. Do not ask for it. Definitely keep politicians in line that are trying to push for it. It's just a bad thing. I don't know why they consistently back down to the banks, the wealthy banks in Wall Street, who want to privatize all of the remaining public infrastructure that we have. We've seen that in Florida, where you have to pay everywhere you go for freeways and highways and that sort of thing. All right, on a busy, wet, drizzly day, I appreciate all the ups, the new subscribers, and definitely your comment. And until next time.